Okay, so here I am. I'm going to show you how to start off in your Thaumcraft on Feed the Beast Unleashed. This is the first of a few videos that I'll be trying to do. Now, when you start off your Thaumcraft, first of all, you'll need some tables. And there's recipe, wooden planks, and some slabs laid out like that. And you're going to need 3 of those. So here we go. Let's get 3 of those. I'd also suggest having a chest handy for putting things in. You'll need that as well. Something else you'll need is scribing tools. Now, scribing tools is just a bottle and a feather and ink sac. And that gives you scribing tools like so. And there we go. Scribing tools and a good supply of paper. And we're good to go with that. You'll want a bookcase. There we go. There's a bookcase. Let's just put that in there. Let's move these out of the way. And once you've got your bookcase, you'll be wanting a cauldron. And a cauldron, well, that's just 7 iron ingots laid out like that in the U shape. And there you go. We've got a cauldron. Now, to do your Thaumcraft stuff, you of course are going to need a wand. And a wand, you need some gold nuggets, just 1 of them like that, a stick, and then you need any V shard. You could use a water shard, or you could use an earth shard, or you could use a fire shard, or you could use an air shard, or you could even use a V shard. There you go, all the shards still work, no difference between them, and there you go, there's your wand. 1 nugget, 1 stick, 1 shard. And very lastly, you're going to need a bucket of water and a bucket of lava. And there we go. I do believe that's all the things we need to start off in Thaumcraft. Now, what I usually do, I usually put down a table like so, and I put a chest beside it, and beside that 2 tables like that, because you're going to need a research table. And to get your research table, all you do, right click with scribing tools onto those 2 tables that are placed together like that. There you go, research table. Right click on it, and that brings up this interface here, which we'll be seeing a lot of. Put some paper in. There you go, paper goes in there. And we're almost ready to start with our research and stuff. Just 1 more thing to do. Well, 2 more things actually. We need to put down our bookcase, our bookshelf, like so. Right click on it with the wand. And there we go, we have our magic book, the Necronomicon. There it is there. Oh, no, the Thaumcrafting, what am I thinking? Right click on that. And it brings up all the recipes that you know. Just click on a blank area there, drag it about with the mouse. No, left click, drag about. And there's all the researches that are open to you. And all the grayed out ones are the researches you're not able to access yet. If you're playing this for the first time, you may find absolutely nothing there, but that's okay. You are supposed to be discovering this all by yourself after all. It's a great game for discovering things, this Thaumcraft. Anyway, there you go. There's your little magic book. Now we'll need a casting table. So we'll get our wand again. And right click on that table there. And there we go. We're going to have our casting table, which we'll come back to again later. And there we go. We are very nearly set up. 1 more thing now, of course, is where do we put the cauldron? I'll come to that in just a minute. And I'll just pause the video while I set that up. Okay, here we go, ready to put down our cauldron. We're going to be needing that. Now what I would do is make a room about 7 square, as you can see there. That's where I usually keep my cauldron. And the cauldron usually goes dead center with a sort of 3x3 area around it, and a 5x5 area around that too. And what we do, right in the middle, make a little hole, put in some lava. There we go, the lava goes there. And we place the cauldron of the lava, like so. Now we can get rid of that block now, because we don't need that. And all we need to do now is get our wand of the apprentice that we made. Right click on the cauldron, and there we go. It's now a Thaumcraft cauldron. And all we need to do, put some water in. Now it'll be handy to have an infinite water source nearby, because every time you try and do some Thaumcraft, you're going to need a bucket of water. And there we go, the water is now bubbling. It's now ready to use. Now you may be wondering why I put it in such a big space like that. The reason I do that is we're going to have later on some limbics, and they will go around the cauldron like so. So if I put this in too small of a space, then obviously I wouldn't be able to get around it, would I? So I want a nice big empty space around it. And there we go, that's the cauldron ready to use. And now the next question is, well, how do we do researches? So I'll pause the video again and I'll come back to that in just a jiffy. Right, so Thaumcraft is all about researching aspects. And what are aspects? Well, when you go to your inventory, put your mouse over something like so, and we'll see the name of it. And if you press the sneak button, which is usually your shift button, you'll see some icons pop up. And those are the aspects that that thing contains. And you can see smooth sandstone has some different aspects there. And nuggets have different ones. Most of the aspects you can usually guess. These are seeds, so you'd expect them to have the aspects of plants and change. And there you can see the icons for plants and change. Metal, you'd expect that to be the aspects of, well, metal. And there we go, the aspect of metal. So always mouse over things, see what aspects they are. They all have different ones. And you'll be needing pretty well all the aspects really to do all the researches. Now, how do you do a research? Quite simple. You just go to your research table. I usually set this little switch over here. You can do cursory or thorough. Thorough gives you a better chance of successfully researching something, but it doesn't mean you need more of it. That's why you need a stack or more of these items. And we put them in here. There we go. Seeds are in there. The aspects are available there. We can see Permutatio and Herba. And there we go, that little thing that looks like a magnifying glass. We can click on that to do some research. And there we go. We now have an unknown theory. We just keep clicking away, doing research. And you can see the icon moving over there. There we go. Just keep clicking, and there we go. That part is now researched 100%. And we still don't know what this theory is yet. So we'll take that away. And we'll research something else. But we'll research some metal. Let's put that in there. There we go. Let's just research that now. Something's appearing. At the moment we don't know what it is. It's obscurus, it's unknown. But we do know now this is a basic transmutation. So just keep clicking there. Keep clicking away, it may take a bit of time. Oh, something else has popped up. That's unknown as well. That's okay. You'll learn this with trial and error. Just put things in and see what happens. Now, I happen to know this one. I'm going to need some smooth sandstone. So put that in there as well. And there we go, there's a few sort of essences there. And we'll research, and there we go. Now it's all at 100%. Research is done. And I now have a discovery, basic transmutation. So we'll pick that up. and take it away. And there we go. We now have our first research done. And I just need to change my game mode here. And while we're at it, I'll just set the time so we don't get blown up by any wandering creepers. Right, no, that's not right. There we go. Right, so this discovery here, basic transmutation. Let's just right click on that. And there we see, it should have gone to my Thaumcraft. We just go to that. And there we go, we can now see basic transmutation. And a few more things have appeared. But since we haven't researched those yet, we don't know what they are. And all we need to do to see what the basic transmutation is left click on it. And there we go. We can now transform basic metals like iron into gold nuggets. And there you can see, we just need, that looks like three metal and one thing of value, one charos, the charos essence. And it will cost us 5V to get some gold nuggets. Actually, I can't quite read. I think that's a 2. So there we go. We can now transform any metal into gold. And as it says there, well, we can't have too much gold, can we? And I'll show you how to do that in just a jiffy. Let me pause the game again. Right, so how do we actually do some Thaumcraft? Well, we have our cauldron, boiling water in it, and we have our recipe, which is over here. There we go. Basic transmutation. We're going to change some metal into gold, and all we need is 2 metal to 1 charos. And you may remember charos, that was in sandstone, so deserts can be a bit of a gold mine for you, quite literally. And all we do is come up to the cauldron and throw in 2 nuggets. Use the Q button, throw it in, and then one sandstone. Again, and you may remember the nuggets. There you go, 1 metal and 1 charos in the sandstone. You will be wasting some essences there, as you can see, because there is also 2 stone and 3 earth there, and you don't really want to release a lot of unused aspects to the local environment, because that's a bad thing. So do be careful, especially when you're starting off in Thaumcraft. And all we do is take our wand, wave at the cauldron, and there you go. 2 nuggets went and appeared. And as you can see, I now have 2 gold nuggets. You can of course scale this up. We will need more water in there. There it goes. We'll just wait for it to boil. As long as we keep the ratio of 2 metal to 1 charos, and as long as we don't put too many items in, I think the limit is 40 items in a cauldron, we'll be fine. So let's put 6 metal, and let's put 3 sandstone in. And again, wave the wand, and there we go. We now have even more gold. And there you go. That's the way to start off in Thaumcraft. So good luck, and happy Thaumcrafting, I suppose.